First morning of the season, coyote snaring season. Well, coyote fox snaring season, trapping season. First morning of everything here in Newfoundland. I'm here now. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I've been out before daylight this morning. I've got 6 snares set so far, 2 different sets. I shot a grouse this morning, got it in my trunk. So far so good. I could hear a coyote off in the distance this morning calling out, so just before daylight there, so hopefully he'll come around my sets because I'm not too far from him. I'm within an earshot, so that's far enough. So here is a woods truck going in the road in front of me here this morning, so I'm sort of waiting for him to get out of the way so I can get in a bit further. And I'll take some videos today of some of my sets. This set produced really well for me last year. I got a coyote right here. You can still see where he was chewing it up. I got him right there. Got my bait down inside here. What I'm disappointed with is that last week I came in and I threw all this bait out. Look, it's not touched. This is my 3rd set I've been to now this morning, and it's the only one where everything is left the exact same way I left it a week ago. So I'm wondering now if that's because of there's no animals around, or maybe, I don't know. I'm just a little bit discouraged this morning because first morning of the season you want to see everything messed up. But I had fox sign on one of my sets this morning, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully I'll get that one. And right here, here's where I set my other snare. And in through here last year, that's where the bear came early in the season. If you remember, I did a bear video. Last year early in the season. That's where he came in through right there, and ate all my bait and tore up my snares and all that. So, figure I should take the time now to show you a shotgun I bought yesterday. This is a little, I think it's a Bakel. It's a Brazilian crack barrel. I bought yesterday. A few little dents and dings on her, but otherwise she's in good shape. That's the bait bucket going there, and she's missing that piece right there. It's cracked off. Other than that, she's in really good shape. I bought her off a guy who was selling off all of his guns to get rid of them because he gave up hunting, and he sold me that for $75. So that's pretty good, eh? Yeah, so anyhow, here I am this morning. No place I'd rather be in this whole world. You should have heard the coyotes howling this morning before daylight. Unbelievable. I think it was only one dog, but it was repeated over and over and over again. So I'll take another video very shortly when I set up my snares and stuff. This is a spot that I did, that I had some mink sets in last year by the side of the river. I had mink tracks all around my mink boxes, and I also had fox tracks around it. So I went and this year I decided I'd get a little bit crafty. I got some bait there, only a little bit. I got a beef bucket full, and I got the fox set a snare there with the little stick underneath it. One there, ready to go. One here, ready to go. And I got this bird off over here pretty good. A couple places I got it bird off. I got a few sticks thrown there, and I got a few more back there. Hopefully he won't come in through that way. Then I still set my mink box back here this year, but I came a little bit more prepared, I guess. I put it in the exact same spot because I knew there was a lot of mink interested there last year. When the snow first fell, there was tracks all over this. So I still got my 120 set there. But what I've got done this year, I've got that coated with fish oil, and I even let a little bit run down there on the side of the bank, so hopefully if he's swimming by he'll pick it up. and you can see the river. Looks like a good spot for mink, doesn't it? Said there used to be beavers in there a couple of years ago, but I haven't seen any. Everything that's around now is old. So anyhow, hopefully that'll work. For bait, see in there, probably can't. For bait, I've got a squirrel that was getting in my shed, and I shot him with a pellet gun. I got a rabbit liver, a rabbit heart, and rabbit lungs in there. And then I got fish oil sprayed in there, so hopefully that'll work. This spot is highway trapping at its finest. There's a new spot I got this year. Cars, not very far. Here is a big old frozen moose popsicle. It was in my deep freeze until this morning. I had it wrapped in a garbage bag. I don't usually highway trap, and when I do, I usually leave them for the winter. When the snow gets down, it's hard to get in and around. I don't have a skidoo or a quad or anything, so I usually only snowshoe. So, but I decided not to hold off on this one because my wife and I were out one night last week for a drive. We were on our way back from Gander, and we actually had a coyote run out in front of us, and it was a really nice big dog. So I said better to get going while we know he's still around, and see what we can do. So this is actually the highway, which is, like I say, is only right there. You can see the guardrail. That's exactly where we saw him. So I'm going to catch him around here, and I hope he likes popsicles. So I've got two snares right there, and I used all the old branches and stuff to bar off the rest of the set, old stuff that was dead on the ground there. I just picked it up and used it, and I put a little bit of rebar cable, a string of rebar cable around it just to keep it up. And I got another snare right there. Now, I've found in the past, like last year and stuff, that when I would have sets like this where everything is tight together and the meat is right on the snares, that fox will come in, but coyote generally will stay on the outside. So I'm going to put a perimeter snare down around here somewhere, and I'm going to put one up the path that I came in, because I know the coyote are not as trusting as fox are. So see what I can do. So yeah, I would normally, like I say, I would normally not set this close, but you know, I seen a coyote, and there's no communities or roads or cabins or anything nearby, so not within a 5 or 10 minute drive, so I should be okay here. I'm going to try it and just monitor it and see how it goes. This is another highway spot. Worked out for me well last year. I got a red fox here. I'll show you the set now. I got the video of the red fox up on YouTube from last year. It's my first red fox I ever got. Here's a perimeter snare. I actually bought that snare, and it's much larger than I make them. And it's got that O-lock, and it's got a stop there on it. I'm gonna try it out anyhow. I bought 10 of them from a guy in Nova Scotia, I think. Ordered them on eBay. Pretty good price too. And here's one of my snares. So these are 2 perimeter snares. And then I kind of tried to bar this off the best I can, so I gotta try to step over here. And then down right here is where I caught the red fox last year. And last year, the end of the season, I put a moose head in there towards the end of the season, and all that's left there now is a jawbone. So there's definitely been stuff at it. The head is gone. So to beat open the skull and carry off the top part of the head, it's probably a bear. Hopefully he's not still around. But this is the snare I caught the red fox in last year. This is the spot here. And I got one of those new ones put in there now. He's a bit bigger. I got a snare over there in front of my book bag there. I don't know if you can see it. Here's my bait. and there's a snare up that way. So I just went up and looked at my lynx cubby, because I had a lynx cubby up here last December, and the whole works was beat down. So I don't know what's on the go with that, but when I took my snares out of it at the end of last December, it was all still boughs tied up with rebar cable, so something got it beat down. Could be a person, could be a bear, something. There were a couple grouse wings and a rabbit head and stuff in there, so it could be anything. So anyhow, I'll tune back in a few minutes.